The Curse of the Evil Spirit. The story you're about to hear is true, and it happened right here in Thailand. Before he could win over the most beautiful woman in the neighborhood, Kasem had to outsmart a handsome young captain, a civil servant from the Electricity Generating Authority of Thailand, AGAT, and the younger brother of a wealthy businessman. He was at a disadvantage in every aspect, being past his prime and having an unstable income. However, what won him over was his honesty and straightforwardness. He willingly supported the woman's parents while she was still deciding who to choose. To make matters worse, the handsome captain was secretly having an affair with one of her female friends. The EGAT civil servant was openly dating a restaurant singer, and the businessman's younger brother was a womanizer who slept with anyone and was completely untrustworthy. So with her, was he truly in love with her, just wanting to have sex, or truly in love and wanting to marry her? Therefore, Mr. Kasem was the right choice because he was single, not a womanizer, worked diligently, and had a large sum of money in his bank account, enough to support her in her old age. In the end, she agreed to marry Mr. Kasem. Mr. Kasem's house was in a deep alley in the suburbs, but it was in a smaller side street, branching off from the main street. Outside the fence, on a 200 square wash, approximately 800 square meter plot of land, everything was overgrown with weeds and grass because it was part of a development project. Most people who bought land there made a profit, but Mr. Kasem was the only one who decided to buy land and build a house there. It was a two-story concrete house. After they lived together, Kanda packed her clothes and moved in with him. Normally, Mr. Kasem used the motorcycle taxi service at the entrance of the soy alley regularly. Back then, mobile phones were very expensive, so he befriended the owner of the porridge shop at the entrance of the soy, who had a landline phone. If he needed his close friend, Mr. Poom, the motorcycle taxi driver, to pick him up, he would call and leave a message with the owner of the porridge shop, whose shop was across from the motorcycle taxi stand. The owner would just wave her hand, and Mr. Poom would understand and rush over to pick him up immediately. But after living with Kanda, she was a skilled driver, driving both sedans and pickup trucks. She begged him to buy her a car. Kasem, being a loving husband, indulged her and bought her a good condition used Japanese car. In a way, it was good for him because Kanda could drive him to work, so he didn't have to bother with motorcycle taxis or metered taxis anymore. They've been living together for 5 to 6 years, and surprisingly, they still don't have any children. But that hasn't diminished their love at all, because Kasem dotes on her in every way, keeping the house sparkling clean. No need to hire a maid. Her cooking skills are top-notch. She's a real home cook. She does all this amidst their abundant happiness. One night, after visiting her parents in Bangkok, Kanda returned home looking strange. She seemed 30 years older than usual. Her back was hunched over, like an old woman nearing the age of 18. When Mr. Kasem tried to talk to her, she avoided eye contact and looked away, as if something suspicious was bothering her, something he couldn't decipher. Her voice had changed, adopting an accent similar to that of someone from Isan, even though she was from Bangkok. When it was time to sleep, she insisted on sleeping in the downstairs living room, refusing to go upstairs to her bedroom. A strange and unexpected occurrence for Mr. Kasem. Worse still, this new demeanor from his wife caused his fluffy-furred dog Julie to visibly fear her mistress. The mere presence of her caused Julie to tremble at the sight of her. It quickly backed away, its tail drooping, a fearful reaction from a dog when encountering a larger enemy or something potentially dangerous. Then, when the owner returned to the upstairs bedroom, it scrambled to follow, even though it was usually incredibly devoted to its mistress. What puzzled Kasem the most, to the point of being speechless, was the dog's sudden change of heart. It claimed to be dizzy and unable to drive, so it left the car at its parents' house and took a taxi home. Putting all these bizarre things together, Kasem couldn't sleep. He's been through a lot, and he's a bookworm. He once read in a dark arts book about ghosts and spirits that said evil spirits still exist in the world, lurking everywhere in the forests, in houses, or in the city. These spirits are said to originate from those who have studied dark arts until their magic overwhelms them, mysteriously transforming them into spirits. Powerful evil spirits can detach their souls and possess anyone, especially those going through bad luck or a period of misfortune. The guardian angels who protect them may temporarily leave their bodies, leaving them without divine protection, making them easily susceptible to further misfortune. Further misfortune refers to a specific type of evil spirit. Even if the spirits come from elsewhere, the word dumb and ploy can be separated into two parts, dumb and ploy. Dumb refers to household spirits, and ploy means even the household spirits that once protected us are now coming to trample and torment us. Mr. Kasem endured the discomfort until dawn, then called to tell Miss Jock to have Mr. Poom pick him up at the street corner so he could take a taxi to work. He then took half a day off, claiming to be sick and needing to see a doctor. However, the doctor he went to was a psychic, a close friend from school. He told Dr. Wetch about his wife's abnormality. Dr. Wetch, who can use his psychic abilities, sat with his eyes closed, focused his mind, and after a short while, he was able to describe the situation in detail. Hey, your wife is having a really bad day. A malevolent spirit, a pob, a type of Thai ghost, possessed her while she was visiting her parents. It took advantage of the situation to possess her. Oh, so my suspicions were correct then? If I hadn't heard it from you, if someone else had said it, I wouldn't have believed it. Do pops really exist? I thought they only existed in those movies. Well, the ghosts people talked about in the old days were all real. Whether it was the Krasue, the Krahang, the Phi Phong, the Phi Fry, the Phi Tai Hong on the streets, even the Suea Saming, a type of tiger, they were real. They weren't just stories from mysterious, terrifying jungle tales. Like a chicken, for example. Ducks. If there had never been ducks or chickens in the world, where would people find the brains to invent words to call them? Kasem started to feel uneasy. His peaceful home seemed to be turning into a dangerous, uninhabitable place. If that's the case, how am I going to go back home and live with that evil spirit? Just thinking about having to go back this evening gives me chills. Hey, problems are meant to be solved, but I can't wait, because this evil spirit will devour my wife's liver, kidneys, intestines, and everything else within a few days. If I wait any longer, my wife will be finished. She'll become a haunted corpse and wreak havoc on the villages. So, how am I going to solve this problem, my friends? Magic spells. What? I don't have anything at all. Don't worry about the ghost. I'll handle it. Don't go to another exorcist to subdue it. This ghost is a top-notch sorcerer, but it became so consumed by its magic that it turned into a ghost. If the sorcerer doesn't have strong enough psychic power, they'll surely be defeated. The night before, Dr. Wetch followed an old friend to Mr. Kasem's house. He saw Kanda sitting on the sofa watching TV in the downstairs living room. Less than 24 hours had passed, and her appearance seemed to have become even more terrifying. Her eyes were dark and bruised, as if she had smeared balm on them, leaving her skin burned black. She turned and smirked when Mr. Kasem entered the house. Then she recoiled in fright when she saw someone else following closely behind. Who did you bring? They look suspicious. Get them out of here. Kasem backed away, startled by the loud shout from his wife. The voice was strange, fierce, and furious. He quickly turned to look at his friend. Oh, don't be afraid, Sem. Go and stand. Stay in the corner of the room first. I'll handle this. Kasem stepped back until he was leaning against the wall beside the staircase leading to the upper floor. His wife had just stood up, confronting the sorcerer. Her previously hunched posture straightened into a triumphant stance, only 3 inches away from the sorcerer. "Ah, so you brought someone to attack me, huh? Who are you, you bearded man?" The sorcerer chuckled softly. "Ah, yes, it's good you've revealed yourself. Who I am is none of your business. What's important is that you're possessing my friend's wife's body now. You've already hurt her severely, and I won't let you do it again. Hey, you've met a good person with skills, haven't you? Hey, you know I'm eating this woman's internal organs. If I eat them all, she'll become my vessel. Don't expect to drive me away. You can still talk and understand, huh? That means you still have some sense, not so consumed by your magic that you've lost control. You've studied a fair amount of sorcery. You probably know how to remove evil from my body. I'll give you 1 minute to think. Will you leave peacefully, or will I have to use my magic to defeat you until you're powerless? Defeated by a double-flagged demon devouring your internal organs in your abandoned hut in the middle of the woods, with nothing to protect you from danger? The evil spirit was taken aback and shocked, never expecting the stranger to know its origins in such detail. This meant he could project his astral body to investigate its hiding place. But whether he was truly skilled enough to remove the curse from its essence was uncertain. To successfully counter the other's magic, one would need 10 times more powerful skills than the evil spirit itself. "You're trying to scare me," the evil spirit retorted. "I won't fall for your tricks so easily. Suit yourself. 1 minute has passed. If you remain stubborn in your physical body, you'll regret it and it will be too late." The evil spirit was a formidable sorcerer, a master of occult arts. One of the greatest sorcerers of the lowland Khmer region of Cambodia, possessing unparalleled magical abilities. He was so skilled that he could calm his mind, achieve deep concentration, and chant spells with incredible speed, ready for a decisive confrontation with a sorcerer. His chanting voice was hoarse, low, and terrifying. Kasem watched, trembling with fear, witnessing the power of his sorcery firsthand. As the sorcerer chanted according to his dark magic, a cloud of black smoke billowed from within his body, veiling it faintly. The sorcerer calmly remarked, "Not bad." In an instant, both his hands rose and swung rapidly. The movements were like the graceful dances performed in Hindu rituals, but the chanting of mantras was a clear, resonant praise of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. It completely drowned out the hoarse, mournful voice of a sorcerer or evil spirit. The sound emanating from the sorcerer's mind was 10 times more powerful than any dark force. The evil spirit possessing the sorcerer's body intensified its incantations, chanting rapidly and repeatedly, aiming to overcome the dark power inscribed in the magical runes. It pushed the black magic to its limit, causing a thick cloud of black smoke to erupt from the sorcerer's head, resembling freshly cooked rice in a pot. Hot steam and thick smoke coalesced into a giant snake, which lunged to bite the sorcerer. If it touched the body, death would be inevitable. In an instant, a bright, transparent sphere, like a soap bubble, shot from the sorcerer's palm, enveloping the dark smoke within the center of the clear white bubble. Then, the miraculous bubble, born from psychic power, shrunk to the size of an atom. The air brought a plume of black smoke, which vanished from the room in an instant. The evil spirit, having lost its venom, transformed into a spherical mass of spirits, resembling a large, round ball of light, about the size of an adult's fist, and shot out of the hall, disappearing into the darkness of night. The body that had been possessed by the spirit fell to the ground, miraculously unharmed as it landed on the sofa behind it. While unconscious, the psychic doctor cried out to Mr. Kasem, urging him to quickly attend to his wife. "I have successfully removed the curse from that spirit. Now its spirit is hurrying back into its body to protect itself from other spirits devouring its liver, kidneys, and intestines. It will have no chance to harm your wife again," the doctor said. Mr. Kasem then entered. He held his wife's body close to his chest, the excitement still lingering. "Oh, why did I see this? I absolutely refuse to believe that dark arts and black magic still exist in this world. Oh, why are these ghosts so terrifying? I've seen so many ghost movies. I thought ghosts were only good at running around and scaring people. The sorcerer smiled good-naturedly, looking exhausted from having just used his highest level of psychic power. He explained to Kasem that the ghosts in the movies were created for the audience's entertainment and excitement, like in typical Thai movies. Real ghosts are 100 times more vicious. They don't chase anyone. They are people who possess dark powers and can attack people from afar. They don't run around. It's not like the chase and running you see in Thai movies. The person who told this story is named Charan. He said that Kasem is his close friend. Kasem himself told him this amazing story. His wife is still alive today. She didn't fall victim to the evil spirit that devoured her internal organs. A sorcerer was able to heal her using his psychic powers, restoring her to her normal self. Thank you for listening to Thai Local Tales. I'm Captain Piroj. Until our next journey together, take care, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next episode.